Yeah. So okay. So talk about when y'all meet Jay Prince and like start making the rapping like connection and all that.
Um, we okay. That started kind of bubbling a little bit. Uh, Big Mello used to come over there because Big Mello and Rob, they went to church together too. And they from the Clark, you know what I'm saying? They knew each other, and he used to let me see, him, Crazy C, and a few other people. We gave our demos to.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We gave our demos to a lot of people to help, trying to give us a little, what I'm saying, get a little contract anywhere. Cause
Was this the one that Screw was on, or this was
yeah,
just
this is the
one?
same demo Screw was on.
Okay.
The Screw,
So talk. I mean, okay. So before that, then talk about how y'all even make that connection. And how y'all meet Screw and
okay, Screw was getting manager. He was Charles Washington.
Charles Washington. Yeah.
My nigga, he was a hustler too though, man. But he was cool people, man. He was managing a group called Image Nation,
Yeah.
and one of the guys in there, his name was Sean, and Sean was uh, my baby mama's cousin at the time, who we go over their house all, that's where we spend most of, the time. That was the house to go to. What's up, cat? Catfish. But we'll go there. He was uh, the managing them, Image Nation, and he ran into DJ Screw at the club, and he started managing DJ Screw. Uh, I don't know if he hooked us up with Screw or somebody, but we started becoming intertwined. So we needed a DJ to do the bridges from song to song to make them make sense on our demo. We need cuts during the actual song, and we need a cut or something to bridge that song to the next song to make it like a album sounding type of demo. So Carlos at the time, Carlos Garza, he was kind of considered our DJ as far as the art squad, but he wasn't. He had to work, he had to do something or something, try something. I don't know what happened, but it didn't pan out in time because we already set up studio time through through the Art Institute. You know what I'm saying, with my homeboy David Blair. David Blair did like his shit was like screen time, what they called it back then or whatever, but it was like Pro Tools before all that shit ever existed.
Hmm.
He was did like a show and tell in class. The teacher wanted everybody to do a show and tell in class, so uh, what they was working on and how they produce and how they do things. And David Blair had the screen sound with the whole shit, and you can see the words coming, or the notes coming, just through just how it is today. And it blew everybody's mind. He was like, "Yeah, this is what's really gonna be happening." And that was just an idea that he had. But he said he had a 8 track studio at his house. So he was telling us how to record, and I got in touch with him. I was like, "Say, man, we need to make a demo. The art
Hmm.
squad. I got a group. We need to make a demo." He said, "Yeah, just I do this. It was $30 an hour." He said, "Yeah, man, you can book 4 or 5 hours at a time." And I said, "Okay, write your number down, man." Boom. So he was in my class at Art Institute. So we booked that time, and we didn't have no DJ. We got in touch with Screw somehow. Screw used to come, and Screw came to the house to figure out what songs to play during these breaks. And while he was we had a few ideas. He has a few ideas. He had kind of crates and stuff too. So boom, man, he what I'm saying, he was more than willing. He was just amazed on how we was working. He saw the 4 track. He saw how you know we vibe, and he's like, man, I cut for you, boy. Let's go to work. And we practiced on it the night before. So we practiced on our demo the night before. So when we go to the studio, we wouldn't waste time. So man, we got so crunk the night before. We was tripping, got so fucking high and tripping, man, that we stayed up all night and fucked up. Screw was at home, whatever. He got up early. We had an 8 o'clock a.m. appointment, so we can get out there, noonish or whatever, But he got to the door, knocked on the door. We out of there, fucked up. in the room, just fucked up. Bam, bam, bam. I remember just knocking. I'm like, man, what the. And we didn't answer. Like, man, I don't know who it is, but they tripping. We forgot about everything. Oh, we fucked up. Somebody came to the window. Clack, 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 clack. Like, what? I got up. I'm like, what the? And it was him. He's like, say, man, what's up with the studio, man? We got, I'm like, oh, studio. He's like, cool. He was more ready and crunk and like, nigga, let's go, nigga. Then we, come on, man.
He more focused on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he taught me how to kind of be more, you know what I'm saying, enthused and just ready to go and prepared with what you got to do, especially if you make time for it, man. You just got to, you know what I'm saying. This guy, he was eager. He was eager because he know this shit was gonna come out right. All the cuts and all the ideas and all the bridges, it was gonna come out right. And he did that. He tore that whole motherfucking demo up. All like 5 songs he did cuts through all of them.
So okay,
he did like for at least like 3 or 4 songs he did cuts. And he was talking. We had a song called "Running the Streets of H-Town," and he won. On the front, he's like, man, y'all got some paper? Yeah. Man, shit, y'all got the wig? Yeah, nigga, yeah. Well, shit, let's get the hell up out of here. And then he had like a cut with a tire screech on it. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? It was just killing that shit. We were like, oh, nigga, yeah, they gonna feel this one. And we were just talking about the different spots in each town at the time. But me, Jug, and Rob, it was cool.
That's dope. So I mean, y'all sign over there, man, and y'all like I say, man, anybody from that area, that's like prime rap a lot of era, man. Like talk about just some of the people that you
oh man, our first
just
show,
tripping out getting over there, you know what I'm saying, meeting and shit.
Our first show was like Mean Green, man. He really cut for us, man. When we was growing, you know, he saw us, you know, the potential. So, man, he had us do a show for his birthday at Club Boomerang. You know what I'm saying? We were just getting our feet up in the door, so we were just, you know, talking to rapper like getting into it, and they were like, okay, cool, let's, you know what I'm saying, let's do, you know, we got you. So we start promoting, doing like free shows just to promote. So, Mean Green, you know, we did his birthday party up there, man. We had 40 ounces, cooler full of beer, fired up weed and shit. And HPD came up there, motherfucker, and kicked that cool off the motherfucker. Rob threw a 40 ounce before when the show starts. That's what starts the show. Rob throwing a 40 ounce on stage. Rob just wild. Rob used to be wild.
Oh shit.
Hell yeah, Rob used to be wild. Yeah, throw the 40 ounce on stage, and boom, we started the show. Man, they kicked all this shit off, man. They threw us out the club and everything, man. Our first couple shows, but we did our first show. Was out with Ray Barnett. Yeah, it was our first show ever getting on stage together performing as a group, as the Odd Squad.
Yeah. And so, I mean, you get over there, and I mean, you how does the Scarface things? I mean, shoot, he ends up pulling you in for the Diary album. Like,
man, Scarface loved the Odd Squad, man. Period.
Yeah.
He was like one of the really true like believers. Like, yeah, Jay, man, man, and he really cut for us, you know what I'm saying? And he kind of took me up under his wing, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I like your style, man. You pretty cool, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I like the way you sing them hooks. Actually, man, I want you to, if you can, one of the first hooks I did, he was like, if you can, man, just, man, come up here, man. He called me at the crib. He said, man, if you can come up here, man, right quick, I want you to see if you can pull this hook off for me, man. I got an idea. Like, man, shit, Face, I got my daughter, man, I'm babysitting right now. No, I got my daughter right now, man. You know, my first child. You know, and her mom was gone somewhere, but she was like, yeah, man. Well, tell you what, I'm working on an album, man. I got a song ready for you right now. I got a hook, man. If you can get here tonight, but if you got to babysit though, you know what I'm saying? I understand. Then he started laughing. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, I tell you what, I'm gonna find a babysitter, motherfucker. I'll be there. Boom. We just started we kind of tripped off on that. Like, yeah, you go babysit. You know, that's what we the brotherhood kind of started right there, just jugging at each other, just fucking with each other. And it was like, boom! I found a babysitter, man. Got up to the digital services, man. Got up in there one thing. He said, "Oh, he can't say it's okay. I want you to just say this right here." So he gave me the words to say.
No shit.
But he said, "Nigga, don't believe that song. That nigga's wrong. Gangsters don't live that long." He just gave me the words. I'm like, "Nigga, don't believe that song." So that's when I niggas don't believe that song. You niggas wrong. Gangsters don't live. So I thought it was like it was Curtis Mayfield's type thing. I think that's what he kind of feel he wanted, whatever. But I was high pitched and I didn't sound right to me. I was like, oh man, I don't know about this motherfucker. This sound like the old high pitched. Nigga don't believe that. That sound like a chipmunk. Nigga, I don't know. He's like, man, you don't like it? I like, I don't know if I like it. He said, man, if you don't like it, man, that's fucked up. I was like, well, shit, man, you don't have to keep it in, face, because I don't want to fuck your shit up. He said, yeah, man, that's fucked up, because I got to send this to Ice Cube in the morning. Ice Cube? You finna send this? Let me go back in and just try something else. Let's try it again, man. Fuck it, let's just keep trying. He just, what I'm saying? So I tried it again, and it still sounded high pitched, but I kind of throw a little lower octave in or something to make it sound at least listenable for me. But he loved it. He said, "Nigga, I'm telling you, this gonna be shit." Nigga, like, well, I'm like, well, if you like it, I love it then too. So that had to grow on me. But when I heard Q verse on it and they mixed and mastered it, I was like, oh, yeah, I can grow into it. This is cool. Yeah. Then the video came out and they had me dressed up like a priest. but it was cool just to be a part of that. To even be asked to be a part of that, man, was just it was actually career changing for me. You know what I'm saying? Just to know where I could be at the time.
That's what I'm saying. You talking about Face and Q in 1994.
Come on, man. That's the epitome of it's like two kings. I'm just in between two kings. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Doing my thing. Doing my little old thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And so, I mean, you and Face, y'all keep working, man. Later on, y'all do he's one of my homies and the Fuck Faces.
Yeah, man. Then he asked me to help him out with the project he working on. That was Face Mob, and so Face Mob came out.
Yeah.
And so he had just asked me, what I'm saying, man, I'm working on this group thing, man. I've been having all these solo members, man, around. Plus, DMG was a solo artist. 350, the female, Laura, she was a solo artist. Everybody was a solo artist, but he was saying in the meanwhile, until, he had an idea, like, man, we can just do an album right there to suffice and pacify everybody until everybody work on their shit, you know what I'm saying? So he called me, just asked me about the idea, man, just, if you do help me out with a couple of hooks on this song, on these a couple of hooks on the songs, man, that'll be real cool, man. Like, oh, shit. I went to my squad members, Doug and Rob, like, man, what y'all think, man? Because Face, asked me just to be, doing the Face Mob thing, you know what I'm saying? I want people, get the wrong idea, so they was so, man, much love to Jug and Rob too. They were like, man, look, nigga, just go do your shit, man. Well, shit, if you there, we there. That's us. You the R Squad. You represent the R Squad in wherever you go. So just keep our name and then So.
And you went on, and I mean, like I said, the Fuck Faces, the pussy, weed, and alcohol. I mean, goddamn. Even like you were saying, why was there never another R Squad album? Because you were saying, you were kind of pushing for that, and that's how the solo thing happened.
Well, yeah, I was. Face asked me about it.
Was you pushing for the group though, right?
Yeah, for sure. At all times, I was cool. I was like, me and Rob was like wondering, shit, who want to lead this group now? I wasn't tripping on no leader. I told them, man, look, man, I ain't signed up to be all famous and a whole bunch of money and stuff. So they looked at me crazy. like, what do you mean? Like, man, I just want to be appreciated. I just want just good music. They appreciate me, man. That's what my shit came just for appreciation, man, from the cafeteria. When the first time I did my first rhyme, it was about 10 people. The second day, 10 more people actually hear. By the end of the week, it's about 50 people listening to the same fucking rhyme. But back then, you didn't have too many,
Hmm.
too many rhymes. So I only had one, and I got gained that also that appreciation stuck with me. So I can live with that.
Hmm.
If every all
I
the
mean,
extra
you
stuff
got
is
your
extra
record
crazy.
deal. How long did it take you to get your Cadillac, the first Cadillac?
I got that in '94.
Hmm.
Cause when I started working at Apple Tree, when I started doing the night, on the night shift,
Hmm.
tearing ass up.
what kind of leg was it?
It was a '79 Seville cat. My
Oh,
Lacville
no shit.
'79. It was my Lacville '79. What I always wanted. Yeah, man. Yeah. What I always wanted when I was in Florida during the digging through the record time, digging through the trash for record era.
Hmm.
But I used to walk to the store. It used to get real dangerous out there too. I'm 8, 9 years old, walking to the store by myself. A fucking black '78 solid black tinted window pulled up right beside me, and it was like the boys in the hood type shit.
Hmm.
With the back window rolled down, and the little nigga looked. He had his hat backwards like fucking Luke Skywalker type shit though, and he like wouldn't put no barrel or nothing, but he looked up, and then the dude who's in the front seat, I saw him turn around and tell him, man, I rolled it down now. He did something like that.
Hmm.
He rolled the window up and they dipped, but they was jacking and killing everybody. They was jacking and killing. They know you going to the store, you got some money, whatever kind of money you got was out of there.
Hmm.
Back in that's one of the reasons why we dipped from Florida to Texas. But it was syringes everywhere on the ground and shit. It was crazy. So, but we had a lot of fun too. It wasn't just that horrendous. It was kind of had a lot of fun. We played baseball. League baseball. We played football in the yard. It was against each other's apartments and all that. We played football against each other's apartments. That was a huge thing. And man, it was just had a lot of fun. But when that Coke era came,
Hmm.
this shit was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
But yeah, so
'88. After Scarface asked me to do a solo album, uh, I wasn't kind of with it, but you know, Jay asked me at Digital again. He said, "Dev, yeah, Faye told me to holler at you, man. But you ever thought about doing a solo album?" And I was like, "Well, man, I don't know, dude, I'm more like the group thing." And then from out of nowhere, somebody like, "Oh hell no, he ain't ready for no motherfucking solo album. It's 3-2 time to come."
no
You
shit.
know what I'm saying? It's 3-2 next. Come on, everybody know that it's 3-2, man. Devin ain't ready yet. And I say, man, y'all, you got me fucked up. And he was like, nigga, you getting too motherfucking for me. I like, what? Nigga, well, I'm just saying, Jay, yeah, man. When? When? Let's go. When y'all want to do this? Let's go right motherfucking now. Let's go. I'll do a solo album. Fucking on your face to face. Let's go.
Hmm.
Let's go, baby.
Off the strength of that.
Off the strength of that.
No shit.
But it was, we kind of got together later, started talking about it, and actually became kind of cool. But when we went, we actually became, we understand each other.
Yeah. So okay, you started working on the dude, man, and I mean, talk about that whole thing, man. Like, I mean, do what you want to do, and I mean, it's man.
Okay, well, Face was, I think working on that Untouchable or something. What he was working on? One of the songs, no, I'm not. He was working on an album, and back in the day, we had beat tapes. You know what I'm saying? With all the beats from instrumental, he had some from Mike Dean, N.O. Joe, Beto, 90 fucking minutes long. Some of them was 120 minutes, but full of beats, back and forth, different beats to choose from for his next album. So we was, he always had me around, working on face mark stuff and doing different kind of stuff. And he had me, saying, Devin, what you think about this? What you think about this one? Okay, you got something for this one? You know what I'm saying? So I'm hipped on his tapes and all of what music, and what he gonna use and what he like, what he ain't gonna use. He turned in his album, and there was a particular song on there. I like, Faith, what's up with this one? You ain't gonna use this one? I said, nah, you use that. Say, man, can I use it? You like that video? I was like, yeah, you good? And Joe did it, and like cool. And that was do what the fuck he wanted to do.
No shit.
That would do the fuck he wanted to beat. So I was like, oh hell yeah, yeah. So I did that and sent it to we mixed it. And there was another guy named Joe on there too, uh, who did the. He was singing it. He sang at the end too, but he was in on that song. So yeah, man. I just kind of stumbled on that one.
Yeah, I mean, man, that Right and Wrong, that's one of my favorite songs on there too, man. I don't know if people ever asked you about that, but I play that shit on repeat still to this day.
Man, much love, man.
Was that something real for you, like when you was kind of becoming a solo
Yeah,
artist and
I
you was
mean
going through it?
that's something that I did, and I just wanted to get that over with, and I probably never did nothing like that again. I probably never will. So it was just something like, just kind of wanted to, you know, back then, they just want you to. Actually, I just, people just want you just to write and just to write and be right about your life and just stay in this line and just because you can be the best at all times and people will love you and everything, and once you get at the top, so you think, what I'm saying, one little slight thing that they bring back or remember or something goes wrong. When it goes wrong, it just quadrupled the the feeling of being right. It just make you that much of a nothing. What I'm saying, it just kind of breaks you down and make you feel way, way, way more less than a man than you are of a king when you're up or something. If that makes sense. So
Hmm.
it's just being an entertainer, or writer, or producer, or whoever it may be. You can you gotta skate on thin ice type thing. At some point, just be yourself and just be true to your music and. I guess fuck what they say and just keep on going.
Hmm.
But it's kind of hard to do that when you in a public eye, or want to be successful and want people to be able to approach you and want to be able to make moves here and there where other people can't because you try to skate on that thin ice.
Yeah. Do you what mostly stands out for you from making the dude?
Uh, Probably the title track
Hmm.
because it became something. I needed a song or two left. I was working on my album in the B room, and Face was working on his album in the A room. And we was just going back and forth on stuff. And he was executive producing or helping me produce this album, the Dude album, because it was under his label. You know what I'm saying? So he was killing two birds with one stone at one studio. That was a workaholic too. But Face can, you know, he's incredible. He played bass, keyboards, and all that shit. That nigga know the studio top to bottom. But yeah, he was incredible, man. He's like, man, you need like a couple of more here, man. You need a couple of more. He's like, I say, shit, man. I don't know what else. He's like, man, what else you? What do you like? What did you used to listen to when you was a kid growing up? And he said, as a kid, sparked me. It's like, boom, sparked me back to the Demo apartments and the thing. I was like, well, Quincy Jones, the Dude. That was one of the best albums. Michael Jackson was on there. He was 15. Patty Austin, a whole bunch of people that was on that famous people that's on this one song, the Dude, and it was dude rapping on there and everything. But hey, baby, you know what I'm saying? But it was, you know, it was so believable. I thought that was an actual dude. When I at the time, I was like, and the dude started rapping, "Hey, everybody in the neighborhood, the dude is on." And I was like, "Oh, that's him. He's rapping."
That's the dude.
Yeah. So I'm in tune. I'm tuned in. So the song. Then he'd come off smooth, and then Michael Jackson used to come in with the bridge and singing, and the production was so fucking crazy. That song was just a movie. It was just for real to me. So I thought of that. I say, Face, yeah, the Dude. He's like, you got it? I was like, yeah, I got it in the crate in the B room because I brought records. Boom, he got it. He put it on his turntable in there. Every studio got, what I'm saying, set up with turntable 12s. Every studio back then. Boom, put that motherfucker on and boom, and it broke down like, oh hell yeah. He like got crunk like hell yeah, Devin, this it. He stopped his production from going on, and he started getting on the MPC and doing everything. He's like, this is it. This is the name of your album. This is. I was like, no. That's Quincy Jones album. Face, come on now. He said, no, this is Devin. You the dude, man. You the dude, man. You the dude, man. Hell no, you the dude. No, go. He's going right. Going right. I got this. He just started making that beat.
Wait. So Scarface produced the dude?
Yeah. Face and who else probably had some help from Dean like about Face. We did it right there in front of my face. I did it. I produced. We did the shit right there.
Shit.
And started as you just started, man.
Who is it? That shit classic.
Yeah, but we did it right there, man.
Damn.
We started on it at least right there. When the ultimate, the final result of it all, it would sound a little different than when we first put the needle to the groove and he started just kind of, doing this. But yeah, that's where it started from.
Damn. Okay, so then you move on and you do you meet Dre and them like before you do Just Trying to Live? Well, that is, hell yeah, because that's 2001 and all that. That's before the Just Trying to Live come out.
I believe Just Trying to Live, I think.
That's like 02 or some shit.
That was the one that I think Dre wanted.
What you mean?
A lot of people thought I was going to be signed to Dre. They're like, damn, you going to be signed to Aftermath. I heard Dre wants you to over there.
So that one that everybody was thinking was going to come out on Aftermath.
Mm-hmm. They had it was in a conversation about me, doing something.
Okay, we got to back up. Okay, how do you even meet Dre? Like, talk about that whole thing. How you make that connection and start like messing around with them?
Okay, let's go back. We got to go back to like 90, 92, 93, 94, something like that.
Oh, that early?
Yeah, because when 3-2 and Big Mike went out there, you know what I'm saying, we was already kind of tied to rap a lot. Death Row was kind of already tied in, you know what I'm saying. So Jay and Suge, they already knew each other, whatever, you know what I'm saying. So that was kind of intertwined. They was gonna, you know what I'm saying. I don't know if they were gonna sign. They thought it was gonna be a good idea. I think Mike said that it'd be the convicts under Death Row would make a nice ring.
The whole
to
thing,
it
right.
You know what I'm saying. That's I believe was the case, but in any case. But in any case, man, they got hip to all the Rap-A-Lot stuff, and Dre told me that him and Snoop used to listen to our demo tape when they was on the first Chronic tour. When they was on the road, they used to play them up for all the. He say, man, and then somehow. Like "Pussy Like Dope" was one of the songs that made it to the album, and that's the song they would listen to our rough copy of the first album. It didn't come out until '94, but we was done in '92 with that.
No shit.
In '91 or something, we was done early, way early. Our previous song, they used to listen to us, so Big Mike and 3-2 used to tell us, man, they fuck with y'all like that, man. They love y'all. So, and then Dre later told me that him and Snoop used to listen to Art Squad on the road. And so the Pussy Like Dope song was the one they was kind of used to trip off of, and he just kind of wanted to work with me, man. I was like, man, the pleasure's all mine.
So he called you to do 2001?
Yeah, he called up at Rap-A-Lot looking for me. And I don't think anybody knew my phone number personally except Rico. So Rico was working at Rap-A-Lot at the time, and he got the call, and he said, yeah, I know Devin. I can call him right now. He called me. He said, what's up, Devin? What's up? Man, Dre looking for you, man. I said, Dre who? No, not no Dre. Nothing. I ain't trying to hit it. No, Dre trying to work with you. Stay home. Don't go nowhere. 30 minutes, he gonna call you. Stay home. I say, man, all this so joking and shit, man. Don't be doing that shit. I really thought he was joking. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. 30 minutes passed. I ain't want to tell nobody because I ain't know this nigga tripping or not. So 30 more minutes passed. 30 more minutes passed. Then after that, I just forgot about it. I wasn't even tripping on it or whatever. I just actually, honestly, just forgot about
Just
the
slip your
phone
mind,
call.
yeah.
Because it was high, I'm getting high, whatever. And the phone rang. So I'm just nonchalantly just, hello? And what did he say? He he said something. What did he say? He said, do what the fuck you wanna do. I say, yo, Dre, kick in the back. And we bust out laughing. They're like, because it snapped. It snapped. So he said, do what the fuck you wanna do. And then I did that. So then we just, man, yeah, I'm working on something. I got to get you out here. I'm like, when? When? He's like, well, shit, man, as soon as possible, man. I say, possible. Man, I mean, give me 2 days. I'll be ready to go. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready. Just to let you know. And he was like, cool. Flew me out. Got out there, man, and settled in real cool. Everybody was cool. We had like 5 or 6 different players in the house, bass player, keyboardist. One nigga with a fucking, this nigga had a upright bass, nigga.
No shit.
A big ass upright bass, like a giant violin, motherfucker. What is it like this? But yeah, man, that motherfucker was. I'm talking with the deep bass too. Ooh, it was sounding cool too. But he was orchestrating a nice little session at the time. It was real lovely to see his work ethics, man. It was just incredible to see how they can take and, you know, I much love the mailman and too, and everybody else that was out, working with him. But it was orchestrate. He can get like 3 songs in 10 minutes. He can make 3 songs in 10 minutes with the way he was doing it. You know what I'm saying? It was his whole game, but I was there, I was like, oh shit. But yeah, they got a machine, or he know how to work a machine once he gets all the pieces together. I'm talking about it'll be 3 heaters within 10 minutes, 3 like banging like songs, different tempos, different melody, everything. So it's like crazy.
Yeah. So how did you end up getting on the Fuck You track? How does that even come together?
That's what he flew me out there for.
Oh, he already knew what record he wanted.
Yeah, because he was working. No. That's what he flew me out there for. He was working on his the Chronic album, and he wanted me to just be a part of it. And he just he didn't. He gave me a list of songs when I went in there. He gave me a list of songs, had 107 numbers all the way down to just. And then he had a DAT tape. He put it in and say, man, whatever, saying, if you hear a number, you any number. And I thought he was just fucking with me. I'm like, man, how 107 great beats, nigga, you shit. But they started from number 1. Mailman started playing. So I playing it, and I was like, okay. But they just had skeletons and like a minute or 2 of each. So it wasn't like 107 whole songs. It was like 30 seconds or 45 seconds or just like a snippet of what what it is. So nigga, I'm like, this is like a kid in a candy store. I'm gonna listen to this. All this shit sounds fucking incredible. But it was like, I know I can't just be yeah motherfucker, that one, because I gotta be kind of cautious about what I'm there for, what I'm trying to do, or what I want to bring to the table, and just not. I got to feel it, not just because it's just banging. But I was just feeling some more than other ones, and then some I was feeling. But when I felt it, I was like, ooh, I would do something, or move, or say something. And when I got to like 15, the mailman said, no, man, y'all go back to 11. Mailman, he called that. He's like, just go back to 11. He went back to 11. Boom, 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 boom. I did like ugly shit again. Like, yeah, that motherfucker there. So you like that? Boom, you like that? Yo, he like that one. Boom. They were like, okay, y'all cut it down. Boom. And he told everybody where, saying what to go and what to get and what to tool up for. Y'all remember the song? We're going back to this. Let's go. And they started working on that motherfucker. And I'm just sitting up in there as they're working, just going at everything's blending and coming
Cause they
together.
going back, touching up the beat and everything.
Yeah, they going
Nice.
now. They going to kill the beat now. They just it was some skeleton at first. Now they finna put some meat, and flesh and blood in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So boom, they did that. Um, so I'm over there, you know what I'm saying, trying to get my stuff together, right? And he just wanted me to do a hook. He just wanted me to do the hook. He said, man, yeah, just yeah, if you just got a hook for me, you know what I'm saying, that'd be cool. I'd be cool. Boom, I started working. So trying to remember, I couldn't think of nothing. I couldn't think of nothing. Because, and before then, I forgot to tell you, he just gave me an ounce of weed, and I rolled up one sweet and gave it back to him. Said, no, not you. I was like, okay, cool. I'm like, cool. So, but before, so I was already kind of high. He, you know what I'm saying, didn't have nothing for it. I was like, oh, shit. And out of the blue, I just remember, I said, let me just go back to any other hooks I may have. I went back to a song that I knew wouldn't fit because it was like a, it was like a, it was a slow song. It was kind of a slow song, and it was like, it was a song, actually a song of me singing, but putting myself in the shoes of a man who's trying to get at my wife. If that can make any sense. I kind of did that on this album too, a part two of it, but it just, you know, but you know, it's not necessarily me, but it's like a man that's trying to get at my wife. Whatever. I'm putting myself in his shoes, and I'm writing from his point of view or perspective, or what have you. But and it was a slow, sad breakup song or something. That, you know what I'm saying. If you did go out there, this probably won't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying. But and it was just the song was, it was just like, I just wanna fuck you, no touching and rubbing, girl. You got a husband who loves you. And just need to, I just want, you know, just, you know, it was real slow and sad. But the, you know, as he was, they were playing and going over the beat, I was like, hell no, that would never fit. But that's the only shit I got. Let me see. Yeah, I just like start right there. Let me just write it down so I get the words right. And as I was writing it down just to see if I can get it right. Oh yeah, you got something? He saw me writing and he said, oh, you got something there? I'm like, yeah. Not knowing damn well this motherfucker gonna fit or not. I was like, oh shit, I was cornered myself. So I just wrote it all out. And I'd said it a couple of times in my head, because, you know what I'm saying, because they about ready for you in a little bit. I was like, oh shit. I said, okay. Like, damn, this motherfucker. I don't know if this motherfucker here. So he said, all right. And right before then, everybody was playing or talking and doing some stuff. He said, all right, Devin, you ready? He's like, yeah. Silence, just nobody playing, nobody talking, everybody's looking, and it's like fucking slow motion. I'm getting up, looking at everybody. Like, oh, shit. What the fuck I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Waving by the motherfuckers as I go in the room and shit. So I'm like, oh, I just hope it sounds good. And then, you know, do my little prayer, man, and doing that, boom, starting the first take. I remember vividly that it didn't sound right to me. I was like, okay, let's do that. No, let's try this again. Second tape, boom. I think I nailed one track, one vocal track. I kind of wanted to double that to thicken it. So, boom, let's try it again. Boom. Trying to get my doubles wasn't working out. Right, so I just went to another octave, and boom, just started going to different octave, and just started getting more comfortable. And I was like, okay, you sound cool. And then I saw them, you know what I'm saying, as it was going, progressing, they was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I could do another octave, and then at the end, I was just fucked up high, just feeling myself. Glad I got over with, and I just threw another crazy one in there. I just want to fuck you. Just to be tripping. And you can probably hear it in there now, but it wasn't in there for a while. But I just started feeling like, yo, let me do one more. I just want to fuck you. Looking at
So you come out the booth and then they like what?
They were like, yeah.
They were fucking with it.
He's like, yeah, Dad. Man, look here, man. He's like, man, yeah, man. Snoop coming. And even He finna get man. He gonna be in and out. I know he's gonna be all right. He's gonna be. I'm telling you, man. This is gonna be a fucking. He gonna. He was just crunk. I like no shit. I like yeah, yeah. Like you like it, boom. So I was still in there while I think Hitman started writing, some for penning something for Dre or something, and Dre was giving some ideas or whatever. I don't know, but he was doing something for Dre, and he was like, yeah, they was vibing again. It was like a chemistry, man. It was like a thing, and I just while they was doing that, I was like, I just wanted to be like, yeah. So I just started writing again. I just started writing again. Writing just verses instead of hook, what I'm doing. And he saw me over there. And just like, before he's like, man, you writing? You got something for it? Like, yeah, I got something for it. Yeah, I guess hell yeah. Boom. I say, well, let me see what you got. Boom. Went in there and hit that motherfucker, boy. Man, I knocked that out like one or two takes. I was like just happy to be. There was no pressure at all. Then I was like, I came out of the booth. They were like, "Oh hell yeah,
that's a classic, man."
So they had Snoop come in right after me. It wasn't even no hook between me and Snoop. So he had Snoop come right after me because I wasn't even expected to be in the motherfucker. So, but I was just right place at right time. And much love to my brother Snoop and Dre. The love they just overwhelming. Out there, it's real cool.
And I mean, you went on the Up and Smoke tour, man. Talk about that, man.
Up and Smoke, and oh man, every day, man, it was really, really a work. It was a job. You know what I'm saying, and an adventure, but mostly a job. Even with the little minute part that I had in there, just doing that little minute or two coming out the liquor store. Hey, I got my own with Devin from Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? He want to sing for you ladies. And we do that song, and I give them dap, and I go back to the bus. Even that part right there, everything is work. Before then is work, and then after that, you still you got to be on your toes or whatever. But the job is never done. Every day is the same routine. You got to be ready. I was ready most of the time. Most of the time, I say most because only one time where I slipped, I was on the bus. I had my shit timed everywhere. They have our scheduled time on our buses and posted up in these venues and places so the artists can always get a glimpse. Hey, okay, yeah, we going it. Yeah, cool. And it's almost on the, on the minute. If we 8:07, one night, the next night we might be 8:10 or something. It's always up in there. One day we was running. I was fucked up. I was on the bus. I fucked up, man. Every bus has a manager, and the bus manager got to make sure that the people are where they're supposed to be at a certain time. So our bus manager wasn't even on the bus. He was out doing some shit too, because every night was partying too. But you got to be cool. I was on that motherfucker, fucked up. Me, DOC, Corrupt, Nate Dogg, DJ Jam, who did the DJing, and his assistant Jilly. We shared that 13-passenger bus. That was our bus.
Oh man!
So it was us. It's unlike all the solo artists and DJs type thing. All the groups had their buses, but we was just like the throwaways, not throwaways, but all the people who flew in one deep and stuff. Besides Nate and Corrupt, but they shared our bus 3 months. We understand we partners, and they had some really, really nice times. This particular night I was fucked up. I had my tag on, my VIP tag, because you got to have that everywhere you go. The security is so fucking ridiculous. If you don't have that, nigga, you can't do shit. So I had that on. I thought my scheduling was cool. It wasn't. Man, all I remember, what they told me was, Dre was out there. Say, what's up, y'all? Yeah, how y'all doing out there? I got my homeboy Devin The Dude. He's straight from Houston, Texas. Rap a lot. He gonna come out and sing to you ladies. I'm on the bus, nigga. During that same time, that segment right there, yeah. I'm fucked up. I was sick too, but I was kind of hungover, sick, but had a cold. I was still trying to party when I was sick. Some shit, some dumb shit. I was just wasn't prepared. But I'm on the bus, slipping and sleeping damn near. He said nobody came out the liquor store. He's like, Devin. The crowd for 50,000 motherfuckers. I guess he said, fuck y'all tonight, ladies. Looked at Snoop, and they both got the truck. Butch Cassidy telling me this. Yeah. That's my nigga. What's up, Butch? That's my nigga. He cool people, too, man. But he said, man, somebody just started running. Where's them? The word got out that I didn't come out of the liquor store. So, boom. The store must go on. So, boom, they started the song. Boom. Dun, 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 dun. Damn, there's somebody running to my bus at this time. Somebody, hey, Devin, what's up? Come on, man. Come on. What's up? I got my name tag flapping and shit. I say, what's this? Come on. I say, what? Come on. I'm running. Yeah. Everybody who's looking at me as I'm getting closer is like, what the fuck? Where you? I'm like, what? Hey. They say, on stage. I went up the stairs because you had to go up the stairs to get through the liquor store and all that shit. So I had to go upstairs, and as soon as I opened the liquor store door open, boom, and my tits almost choked me, my tag almost choked me. As soon as I ran my ass out on stage, my partner was like, you got the number. It's on you to make the call. It couldn't have been time, no, it was fucked. And then Butch Cassidy said, Dre saw me, was like, looked like this motherfucker. He's looking back at me or something at the corner. But he played it off at the end, and we normally dap at the end and leave. So he played it off cool. But I felt, he's probably kind of fucked up. And when Butch Cassidy was telling me that too, I was like, oh shit, I know. Oh man, I know I'm fucked. This is my last day, y'all. I know this. It's fucked up. It's fucked up for me. But went back on the bus because I couldn't do shit but just get my sick ass back on the bus. By this time, I'm walking back to the bus. Ain't nobody saying shit to me. I mean, nothing. At first, on the way, like, what's up? On the way back, it's just. So I'm getting back on this motherfucking bus saying, this is my last day, man. In my mind, like, fuck it, man. Shit, I fucked up. So I went back on the bus, laid back down where the fuck I was. I'm like, man, fuck it. If people start eventually coming towards the bus because it was getting almost time to go. We had like an hour or two, but everybody wanted to be prepared on the bus before we dip from the venue. DLC came to me. What's up, Dale? I was like, man, I fucked up, man. He said, man, just go holler at him, man. Go holler at him. I said, man. He said, Dale, go holler at him. He's a cool brother, man. Just go holler at him, Dale. I was like, man, I already make myself look fucking stupid. And if it wasn't for DLC, I would never went back in that looking for him. But DLC, man, I'm telling you, man, this ain't your last day. He loves you, man. He's a good brother. He wants you here. You just go holler. Just make sure you holler at him. Just holler at him. I was like, man, you know what? I'm finna go holler at him right now. So I walked my sick ass back. But by the end, because everybody was in their dressing rooms or whatever, getting ready to get back. So I walked back to his dressing room, and his security was there, but they know me too. They said, what's up there? I said, cool. I was telling man, I said, we're gonna holler at Dre. They were like, Dre, yeah, one holler. So I said, yeah, bring my man. I went in. It was a lot of people in there in his dressing room, about 15 people. Drinks, they were smoking, chilling, playing some music and stuff. So it was like a little nice vibe. But everybody kind of ear hustling with Drake when he's talking. Everybody kind of listens too, even though they're in their own world. But they kind of listen. And I was like, man, I just wanted to come apologize to you, man, just let you know, man, that you know what I'm saying, that man, I was feeling sick, and that shit, man, if that shit ain't going. He's like, look, man, look, check this out. Man, don't even worry about that. I heard you, man. They told me you was sick, man. Don't even trip, man. Damn, look, check this out. boom, he hit play, and Zeldar came on
Oh man.
in front of the room with everybody partying, and everybody like, he's like, this shit is fucking crazy. Like, yeah, you like that? Like, yeah. Say, man, look, man, this shit is fucking ridiculous. Man, you need to, man, if you can, man, you know what? It'd be real cool, man, if you was on this on the aftermath, man. If this next project can come off, because he was hearing my just trying to live. He already had it. You know, he had a copy of it way before it came out. So he's like, man, if this can come out, because he want to redo shit and add some more stuff, all kind of stuff. And then everybody around the room heard that. It was like, man, this ought to be cool, man, if we can just put that. And they, I mean, Devin might be with Aftermath. Devin might be with Aftermath. Devin might be with Aftermath. But it was never, it wasn't never official. But they did, him and Jay did talk about some stuff. But I still had like a couple of albums left with Rap a Lot. So, it was cool to be in the discussion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I have much love for just him even considering me,
Yeah. Talk about making Lacville 79, man. Like you said, you wanted that Cadillac and you got it. That was, you guys to the point where you was like, man, shit, I'm finna write a song about this motherfucker.
Well.
And had the video. Was that your first solo video?
Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate it, man. Good looking at. What's that our first? I think so. We did like 3 at once, actually. Like Juvie Ashtray and some other Aha and other stuff too, I think. But we kind of we was picking and choosing which one to go with or whatever. But that was Dr. Teeth who did that. Much love to Dr. Teeth. We might be doing some work pretty soon too. So, you know what I'm saying? Much love to him. We go way back. But to be all honest about Lacville 79, I wanted one because of what I went through in Florida with the black one, Black 78, and how the fear kind of struck into me, being black and solid and almost like threatening. And the car was so fucking cool. And I couldn't resist. I like, that's some cool shit. I lived through this. Yeah, them niggas don't want nothing looking at. But I always remember that. But I was like, maybe when I get, I'll cut it for that car. But I was like, well, maybe I can change it, make it white, and get a white one, and bring happiness. Type shit in my mind. I'm like, I like the car, but we got to do something with what it represents. So I always wanted a Cadillac Seville like that. And then the 79 had the bar on it, not the leaf. And that makes also like a difference, like something so significant and how it light up with the fog lights and shit. That shit just made it so unique. And that was why I wanted one of those 79. But when I finally got into the records and writing, I just kind of wanted to do a song about my career, and that's what that was. I was like, if I can compare what I'm doing to anything that I love right now, it'd probably be my car, but it's giving you problems. So that song is actually about my career, not my car.
No shit.
I wanted people to. I still wanted. I never wanted to reveal that because the impact. Because everybody, man, I got a car too. That motherfucker, like, yeah, man, I feel you. My transmission going out, all that shit. I'm like, yeah, man. But everything I was talking about, we just talking about objects being closer, and people ain't gonna steal it because it's old school, like my style. It probably never will be stolen. It's much stolen. I'm trying to keep the gold stripes, the Vogue stripes golden. Just keep it detailed, because when the car's on the video, I still got rust spots and all that stuff too. It wasn't like I trying to talk about something real cool. It was just something I'm going through that's giving me trouble from time to time, but I got to keep up with it because it got me here, and it's gonna, hopefully get me to other things. So that's what that song was about. But it is about my car. I put everything in. The truth is the same truth. Is the same truth applies.
Man, talk about working with DJ Premier, man, doing that doobie ass Trey.
Uh, okay.
And did you know him when he was in H?
Yeah. We was they used to be in a group together, Carlos and
Yeah.
yeah, and Premier and
So you knew him
he
back
Carlos. I mean,
then
he used to work with
at Soundwaves.
Soundwaves, yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, got people here and everything. I didn't know him like they did, but we knew of each other because of these people we was hanging with, and as we grew to a rap group, and during that demo time, and our first album, that's when me and I met Premier. He was like cool. Ever since then, he's been real cool, and he's been kind of really, you know what I'm saying, a blessing too because what happened with the Doobie Ass Trey song, he used to hear songs before they come out, like we always do. So this album was about to come out. He heard the album before it came out. I originally produced Doobie Ass Trey.
Hmm.
I did it with like a sample, a couple of kits, nothing extravagant or nothing, but that song stuck out to him for the album. He just kind of he liked that song, and we went out to California, I think, or something, and we was mixing it, about to get ready to mix. Boom, got the news, couldn't play the sample. Fuck, Doobie Ass Trey can't go. And so I said we can't do nothing because we only got 2 weeks in this motherfucker to mix, master, and all this shit. So fucking Doobie Ass Trey, I'm feeling fucked up about it. I get a call from out of nowhere. It's like from the premiere. He just called and saying, "What's up, man? How the album going?" Because he was excited too. I said, "Yeah, man, excited." He said, "Man, shit, man, what's up with the Doobie? How the Doobie Ass Trey sound? This mix, y'all got it together?" Because he wanted to, want to be first to break it or do something. That's his shit. I was like, man, I can't use Doobie Ass Trey, man. I said, what the fuck? He's like, man, yeah, I got a fucking sample in it, man. I can't fucking clear the sample in time or do anything, you know what I'm saying, before. I only got 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks left in here. Yo, send me the acapella. Send me the acapella now. Send it. Man, come on, man, send it to me, man. I sent it to him. We got the acapella together, sent it to him. 2 days later, I'm on the phone. How does it sound? I'm like, I say, man, it's cool, man, but come on, man. I got to have some cuts in there, some Premier cuts. I got to have some DJ Premier cuts. Come on, man. Yo, you want cuts in the joint? I was like, yes, man, just a couple of them, just some. So he put, don't front, don't front. And he sent that back to me, and within a week, we had that fucking song done, and it was approved to go on the album. So
Classic.
much love to Premier for even making that possible.
Classic, man. Okay, so what happens in between doing that album and doing To the Extreme? You were saying like when we was on Clubhouse at the time, you saying like you kind of felt like that was gonna be like your last one, like
What, just round there?
No, to the Extreme. You saying when To the Extreme came around, like
Oh, To the Extreme, yeah, man. Like just going through it, life finally busting you in your ass. You know what I'm saying? You getting to be, the partying to the having kids, to proving, trying to be a man, and just in the peak of the partying stage, and he was just trying to balance. My balance was kind of off. So musically, I don't know. I just felt like I don't know what else could I do. You know what I'm saying? If I can't get further than what I got or something, or I'm, every year or two, any artist would probably won't tell you, but you kind of feel like, man, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me, especially when you're trying to go somewhere, sometimes you just, man, but if you just keep working hard and pray and just continue, with your gift, it's going to be all right. But sometimes you just had thoughts, and between those albums, between one of those thoughts, and, I was, it was just, finally came through, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of slower tempoed songs and stuff back then, you know what I'm saying? It was trying to make something good, happy out of something that was going slow for me.
But that's still probably my favorite album. I mean, the song To the Extreme. The
Yeah,
fucking Cooter Brown. I mean, it's just so
yeah. That's one of the deep. That's what I was like going through, like that type of shit.
no
To
shit.
sum it up in a nutshell, that's what I was like going through. That the Cooter Brown aspect of that stage.
No shit.
Yeah, and it was like to the extreme. It was like it was gonna be the Ramen #2. It was gonna be a double CD. I just wanted to just do a lot of shit, just say fuck it, and it just meant something different. I was going a little crazy. I not going crazy. I was going to the uh, to the max of partying. This for like X pills and shit. Back then, the X pills was out, so I was indulging that shit for a little bit and just kind of, you know. At first, it was kind of cool, but then it's kind of getting in between what I wanted to do and family and stuff, and it wasn't, right. And I just had to kind of, make a decision toward, that time. Well, I'm gonna just what I'm gonna do, because if I'm gonna be prosperous, I can't continue to do what I'm doing. So, I had to kind of cut something out and find a little different paths or different ways to do different things that I was doing.
Mm.
So got through to the extreme. I realized that the quality of all the music for 2 albums wasn't enough. I had maybe an album and a half worth of cool shit I was satisfied with, but at the last minute, I just told I told the company, I told Rap Lot and Jade, I was like, man, because they had when I presented the double album thing, they wasn't. They like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, man, yeah. But at the end, when I realized I wasn't sure, I had to come back and say, no, I'm not sure. You know, they were like, well, okay, well, it'll be one album. We'll just make it one album. We ain't tripping. We'll just save the other songs for later or something. But I think the other songs did eventually come out on another album, but they wasn't mixed. They wouldn't. They were just It was one with me and Bushwick on there and everything too. So you can tell that they wasn't mixed. They wasn't really together. But if we could have worked and finished them together, I think it would have been real cool. I think it would have been a little cooler. But yeah, man, and got through that, and it being one album and making it just the songs that we, that I chose for it. That's what got me through the next level to do something else. I was like, okay, it ain't that bad. I guess we good.
Because I would imagine you got a good response from that. Because you had the anything is plenty, man. That was on there, and man, right now I feel so. That shit was jamming,
Shout
man.
out to Corey Moe. He did for the anything. See, me and Corey Moe was at his crib, working on another song. What's his name? Man, my bad, C Mo. I can't remember the other song, but we was working on. But it's on the album. We was working on a song.
Man, Corey Mo on there. He rapping on the song. Go fight some other crime.
No. He didn't do that. That was Uno Blast did that one, I think. But he did another song that's on there. Corey Mo rap and did some other stuff too. But yeah, that song, Go Fight Some Other Crime, I think Uno Blast from
That shit was
California.
a jam though.
But we was like finished recording that almost finished. He wanted to run to the store right quick. He's like, man, I'm running to the store, man. You want anything? And I'm just being funny. I was like, yeah, man. Rick James, Hollywood. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Run by the record store if you come. You like, you serious? Like, yeah, man. Because me and Rob been trying to hook that up for years. I've been trying to hook it up for years, but I never had an idea. And we just couldn't do nothing but put a kick behind it and no nothing. But I think when he came back with it, and I just kind of freestyled that anything is plenty, man.
Shit.
Yeah, it was like I freestyled it and then wrote it down before I recorded it, if that makes sense. But I was like, at that time, I had people coming to me kind of complaining with problems and stuff too. Saying they was feeling, saying things weren't going their way or whatever. People, so I would So I tried to write a song for those people, you know what I'm saying? You ain't the only one that got problems. And after the second line, I found out, like, fuck it, I'm talking to myself too. I just continued to talk to whoever, to me and the people. So that song is, I was trying to console somebody, but
End up being
trying to console
therapeutic for yourself,
for
man.
myself, at the same time. So that's what I started writing.
Damn, that's crazy as hell, man. Then you talk about these records like that, man.
Yeah, that right now I produced that one. Um,
You made that beat?
yeah,
No shit.
yeah. But what had happened was I used a sample. And couldn't we couldn't get it clear for 3 or 4 albums. I kept presenting this song. Jay just realized I like, damn, you like that song, don't you? You something about that song, damn. You ain't gonna give up. But to the
Once
point,
up on the wings of that shit, man. That
to the
shit is
point, to the point where Mike Dean and Brian Connor, I believe that's his name. They called him Big Chicken back in the day. Brian Connor used to work at Hippie House. Him and Dean was close. Brian used to build houses, but he worked with music and played guitar too. Brian and Mike Dean replayed every instrument. So I had acoustic guitar and everything, and then so I did the drum pattern and different sound effects. I did all the programming and everything,
mm.
but the actual sample that I used had some acoustic guitars in it, uh, and it's at 2 layers, like two different kinds. And they peeped that, and Mike Dean he knew, he just
Genius.
genius with it. They did every instrument. They replayed every little thing that they heard in there that they think that they can put, every little sound other than, and boom, we put it together. I put a little mix on it, and boom, whenever it came out, I was able to use it.
Mm. Man, that's a classic. And then it was like a little minute between that and when you came back with the Wait in Hell album.
Yeah, I ain't try to give it a. I try to have an album out every year, man. I was on the road for a while, but I kind of slipped off and went to a year and a half. Maybe it's probably one of the longest I've, you know, that I put an album out between albums or what have you. But I don't want to be heard too much. I don't want to be heard too much. I don't. I like to be appreciated, so therefore I don't want to just put too much stuff out there where it can be like less appreciative or just it means less or it it goes down and it depreciates in value or whatever.
Did you ever care to be like a huge like rap star, superstar type of artist, or were you just like cool, like man, I'm just doing my thing. I get it how I get it, and I'm cool.
Yeah, I never considered myself a star. I wanted to be a star. I like I like the stardom effect. And like I'm like a huge Michael Jackson fan. Since I thought I was Michael Jackson. I have 4 brothers. I'm, so I'm Michael Jackson in the group. I'm gonna have that same afro he had. It was just I like the idea of somebody wanting to, but I didn't want to be actually in that position. I just I wanted to be like that position. I didn't want to be the position, especially like dealing because he had like brothers in the group, and that's what made the big that's family, and just that was one of the things that attracted me. It wasn't just Michael Jackson going solo. I was like, oh man, it was. I was kind of a little devastated too. Like, where the brothers? What the brothers gonna do? But he shined. He just had that thing about him.
Hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah. So, oh man, we didn't talk about the Power of the PUSSY, man, the best of both worlds with Jay Z and R. Kelly, man.
Oh man, I was blessed to be on that one too, man. Cause you know that was another thing too. They was at their peaks too, man, and just doing it. They was huge, and just to be asked to be a part of that was overwhelming. I think um, JC was on a tour. He was on a tour, on his own personal tour, and it was coming through Houston to Dallas. Dallas was the next stop or whatever. And I got a call from my manager that he wanted to stop and leave tapes for me to be on an album of that's coming on the Best of Both Worlds album
Mm.
that's coming up. It was in the wind already. People was hearing about it, and I didn't think that was true. I like, that's the Best of Both Worlds. I think I'm the only, maybe one other female. I think it was somebody else, only other rapper on that whole album. But it was like to be asked to be like, oh shit, that's a honor. And so he wasn't able to hang around at the studio for the session because he had to go to Dallas the next day. But he did have a manager drop. Can't come to to stay there with the tapes and until I record. Until I recorded it and I recorded and I was just tripping. I was just happy to be in there, so I just had fun with it. I didn't feel no pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of rappers feel like pressure to be on a record with another artist or another rapper or what have you because people try to compare them and I was like I don't get that because I think a song is the song itself. You know what I'm saying? It's either you like it or not. It's a cool song altogether. It goes together. You just can't cut off a leg because one of them a little stronger than the other one. Just like that's a thing. As long as it's walking, the motherfucker walking. So, but yeah, it's like yeah, I was like it was a blessing to be. I wasn't pressured to be okay. I gotta go in there. I just gotta kill this first. So this JC, I gotta try to smash this.
You went there and did your thing, yeah.
I just he asked me to come out there for a reason to be a part of it because they like what you're doing. So if they like what you're doing, just bring them you. And, everything will work out. You don't have to be that competitive, even though this is a competitive sport now. It's like you do have to come with it. So you just can't just be bullshitting, but you do have to kind of consider. Don't try to bite the hand that feeds you. Don't do that. Just try to go. You know what I'm saying?
Were y'all in the studio when y'all did the Ain't That a Bitch with UGK, or was that something that that they had tapes for and you kind of just came in?
Yeah, what was that? Man, we don't think we was in it together, but we did it, I think separately though. With Pimp, with UGK, yeah. I think where we do that at the Hippie House. I'm trying to remember. It was hazy days right there, man. We was doing a lot of music coming out right at that time. But yeah, I think we did those separately. So they would just probably call me in to they had the tapes and go ahead and record it somewhere. My verse. I don't know where we could have been. I don't know.
Yeah. What about the man? We finna get up out in a minute, but the What a Job, man. Talk about that record, man. Because I mean, you got Snoop, you got 3,000, man. You know what I'm saying?
That started off as a public service announcement. That wasn't nothing but a hook, my verse, a hook, and it was out. And it was like a skit inside the album. I turned the album in, and we were about to get ready to master it. Right before we got ready to master it, Jay was like, "Hell, say, what's up with the What a Job song?" I was like, "What's up, Jay?" Like, man, he's like, "Yeah, it's a skit." I was like, "No, that's a song." I'm like, "No, cause it's got just one." I'm trying to be all kind of like, no, it's only 1 minute and no, Dev, that's a song, man. We need to make that a song. Just give me a minute with it. And he just. What I'm saying? They think, jazz. I would start reaching out and stuff. He reached out to Snoop. It's cool, what I'm saying? So I don't think Snoop had no numbers or nothing on me. I think Jazz, if I'm not mistaken, got in touch with him. And he sent it right back. Boom. I was like, oh shit, man, Snoop on the song, niggas going down. And I'm thinking I'm finna go get it mixed and whatever. And my manager, Rico, hit me up. Hey, Devin, you heard this? I'm like, what? And he just put the phone to the speaker. Dre verse on it. It was just a Dre verse on the instrumental. So they did it. He just got a segment of the beat and with Dre verse on that bump. But Snoop already finished. What I'm saying? He started shouting out at the end because the song was pretty much over. But at the last minute, Dre sent his verse,
Hmm.
and that shit was crazy, man. And both of them, my dogs too, man. They both shouted me out in the song too. I thought I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
they respect
Devin
me
the
now.
Dude, you gonna
I was
probably
like,
hear him
cool.
talking about rolling up another
But
switch.
yeah, I was like really, really appreciative of them putting that down on me, putting that down for me. But yeah, at the last minute too. But that's what I mean, Jay known for doing that. Jay
Hmm.
known for
That's
you
crazy
know,
to have that ear to be like, man, you know what? Nah, this need to
yeah,
be.
he
This
used to
is.
he used to do that a lot. And when we first signed to rap a lot, he even used to tell me, "Oh yeah, I used to rap too." He used to rap and write. I like what Jay say, yeah, yeah. And then he was telling me about, you know what I'm saying, when Willie D had that bald head, oh,
Mm-hmm.
what you see, D? What? You know who's saying what you see, D?
Hmm.
That's Jay.
No shit.
Like Lil Jay, shout out to Lil Jay. He was on the
No
Jay been on
shit.
that pen for a while. Much love to the Godfather.
What you see, D? That's too loud. Oh man,
Yeah, man.
man, it was another song on that album. Though. I used to trip out there. She used to be so fine to me. Now she fat as
Fat
a
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
Man,
That shit
I
be
do
so
have
real.
I had an ex who was thinking, you know, I was talking about her, but I wasn't talking about her. Man. I was just talking about that's in everybody's high school life as a young black man trying to get them some from a cheerleader or something. They tripping, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Yeah, I was just thinking about some, you know, the girls back in the day or whatever. But see, back in the day, our popping days was, you know, we used to Gulf Gate skating rink was our spot.
Hmm.
You know, what I'm saying, popping and breaking and shit. Right before breaking really took off, we were still popping and stuff too. And me and my brother Dexter used to go around and you know we used to kill a lot of niggas, but it was two niggas, boy, we heard don't fuck with, boy, and we went to Gulf Gate skating rink to go check them niggas out, because it was like people just, you know, everybody knew about people who pop and break, whatever.
Hmm.
And it was Radcliffe and Lonnie Brown. Boy, Lonnie Brown and Radcliffe, and we finally went to see him at Gulf Gate, man. And both of them motherfuckers was cold, too. Lonnie Brown was real smooth and motherfucker. And Radcliffe had some crazy move, like a catwalk with a making his back wave and flipping his feet and stuff too, man. So we got a lot of, you know what I'm saying, influences from hip hop and just the whole culture from just doing that, and it kind of trickled into the rap thing too.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah. Nah, man. I mean, but shit, man. Man, you had a hell of a career. Is there anything that you haven't done that you still want to do, or anybody you want to work with, or anything like that? Because I mean, it ain't too many people, man.
Man, every door opens for me, man, is a blessing. Like I'm surprised that, you know, I always been surprised that artists wanted to work with me. You know, just period. Back in the day, you know, when we first coming up, people didn't really fuck with everybody like that, man. So
Yeah.
it's like when the game started changing, we had to start doing there was more collaborations, and to be even, you know, to people to reach out at you, or just uh, try to get you on their project on something that they feel dear to them, that's going to be part of them the rest of their lives, and they want you to be a part of it. That just it's like, no shit.
Mm.
So from then on, I always been like that. So that's why when people for feature, it don't matter who you are to me a lot. If you want to do a feature, you know, I'm pretty much cool with doing a feature, you know, with anybody.
Yeah. That's what it is. Well, shit, man. You got anything else before we get up out of here, man?
Oh man, I'm just chilling, man. I just want to let y'all know, man. I got something coming out, Soulful Distance coming out real soon, and hopefully for the fans you'll enjoy. And if anybody who haven't heard of me, you know what I'm saying, hopefully you'll appreciate it. Likewise, much love.
Already, that's what it is, man. I appreciate you coming through, man.
Oh yeah, thank you, Donnie Houston.
That's what it is, man. Devin the Dude.
Yep, yeah.
Already, it's Donnie Houston, Donnie Houston podcast, man. We out.
Donnie Houston.